welcome to Gaming the System, but this bonus round is quizzing the system. So if you want to get involved, grab a pen and paper, that's all you'll need. We are going to be using the honour system of scoring and grading to make things simple, because people who cheat on quizzes are the scum of the earth, and there's a special place in hell for them. Okay, so this is a quiz of 3 rounds with 8 questions per round. And so let's just get started. The first round is general knowledge. Okay, so for the question 1, of the top 50 best-selling video games of all time, how many are there where the only playable characters are women? Okay. Question 2. What is the name of the protagonist in the Portal franchise? Question 3. What is the name of the Bubble Witch from the game Bubble Witch 3 Saga?
She has a name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these questions are hard.
Question 4. What year did the Gamergate scandal start? Okay, question 5. This one has 3 points available because there are 3 answers that you could give. Who are the 3 most prominent women who were targeted in Gamergate? I'll give you a few more seconds to think about this answer because there are a few more. I may put some gentle elevator music behind this video. Okay, question 6. What is the best-selling video game of all time?
I want a second to think about that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Question 7. What is the language spoken in The Sims? I've learnt a lot about gaming from making this quiz, because I've never played The Sims.
If you know.
Okay.
Shit.
Question 8, the last question in this round. Which huge games company became the centre of sexual assault and harassment scandal last year? Okay.
All of them.
Are you all finished? Cool.
Slightly ashamed, but yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to mark your own work and then get you to tell me what score you got. Okay? Right, the answers. Question 1. Of the top best-selling video games of all time, how many of there were only playable characters are women? A big fat 0.
Oh, what?
There are none.
Oh,
Nope.
really?
Afraid not.
Oh, that's sad.
Absolute 0. Yeah. The closest you get, there are tons where you can choose you can play a man or a woman, but we know they don't count because they are copping out because they're not brave enough to commit to having a female character. Question 2. What is the name of the protagonist of the Portal franchise? The answer is Chell. Chell.
Wait, you both forgot that.
Question 3. What is the name of the Bubble Witch from the game Bubble Witch 3 Saga? It is Stella.
It's not Mrs. Witchy Bubble.
Trisha. Mrs. Witchy Bubble.
Trisha the Witch. Okay. Question 4. What year did the Gamergate phenomenon start? It is 2014.
Oh, 2 years out.
That was when it all kicked off. Okay, question 5. This is the 3-point answer. They are Zoe Quinn, Brianna Wu, and Anita Sarkeesian. And because in cases like these, the victims are rarely talked about, they will be having their specific questions about them later on in the quiz about what incredibly awesome women they are. Okay, question 6. What is the best-selling video game of all time? The answer is Minecraft. What answers did you guys give?
I put GTA 5
So did I.
because it failed so many. Yeah.
Okay, what is the language spoken in The Sims? Simlish.
Yes, one was right. I got one right. Strong finish.
Okay, and question 8. Which huge games company became the centre of sexual assault and harassment scandal last year? It was Ubisoft. In 2020, Vice President Maxime Belland resigned after an extensive history of harassment, along with 3 other executives resign. Notice they all resign, they're not fired. They get the choice to leave because they're the big kahunas. They get the choice. And multiple
Government,
cases
they would have just stayed there.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have even chosen to leave, so...
Forced out. So that is the end of round 1. So Alex, how many answers did you get?
I got 2.
2.
Yes. Pulling up the rear, I suspect, but we'll see.
Caroline,
I
what
got
did you get?
3.
3. Okay. Jem.
Got 0.
0.
Perfectly
Okay.
fair enough.
Okay.
I 0 for the first 0 games.
Oh, Jen, we've got mic problems again.
Again. Not
Shall we
saying
pause
anything
for a
about
second and so you can do you want to go out and go back in again because that fixed it last time?
I just won't talk.
Okay.
Oh,
But it gave me a good chance to do my little reset for recording. Right.
Okay. Round 2. This you might find this a bit easier because it is a true or false round. So it's a you flip a coin and you probably get half of them right. Okay. Question 1. In the months leading up to May 2015, Brianna Wu, one of the main targets of the Gamergate scandal, received 20 death threats. True or false? Question 2. Brianna Wu spent several years living under an alias as the result of Gamergate. Question 3. In 2018, a petition called Get Rid of Fortnite was created with the description, girls have to deal with their boyfriends playing it all day and ignoring them. Question 4. Anita Sarkeesian created a Kickstarter for a video series about gender tropes in video games. Her goal was $6,000, but she actually raised $50,000. Question 5. The person mainly responsible for the classic game Frogger is a woman. Question 6. Melina Juergens played Senua in the esoteric action game Senua's Sacrifice. Before this, she was an extra in the TV show Vikings. Question 7. There is a transgender character in the game Dragon Age Inquisition. Question 8. The final question in this round. The esports game with the highest total prize money of 2020 was League of Legends. man. Okay, that is the end of the second round.
More stressful sometimes.
Okay, James back. Okay, question 1. This is the answers. In the 6 months leading up to May 2015, Brianna Wu received 20 death threats. The answer is false.
It was higher, wasn't it?
She received 48 death threats. Brianna Wu is an icon of the progressive movement in America. She ran for Congress, and she put her game development career on hold to be a beacon of progressivism in politics in America. Incredible woman. And she runs a pack called Rebellion Pack, which creates fantastic political ads aimed at crushing the appalling Republican opponent. Okay, question 2. Brianna Wu spent several years living under an alias as a result of Gamergate. That is true. As late as May 2019, her and her husband lived under aliases. This is all because of the appalling harassment that she received through Gamergate. Question 3. In 2018, a petition called Get Rid of Fortnite was created with the description girls have to deal with their boyfriends playing it all day and ignoring them. The answer is true. And it had 400 signers. Yeah.
400.
Yeah, 400. And the tagline for it was, "Together we can stop this dumb game from existing. It's taking over our boyfriends' lives and brainwashing them." Okay, question 4. Anita Sarkeesian created Kickstarter for a video series about gender tropes in video games. Her goal was $6,000, but she actually raised $50,000. The answer is false. She raised $158,922.
Wow.
And this was because of all the harassment. A load of awesome people looked at her and said, "Fuck all these assholes, and we're going to give her all the money she needs to create this fantastic thing." Okay. Question 5. The person mainly responsible for the classic game Frogger is a woman. The answer is true.
Yeah.
A Sega market analyst by the name of Elizabeth Faulkner was searching through the archives and found this game, and then worked extremely hard through the male-dominated boardrooms, and got them on board. And they were saying, "Oh, it's just a stupid childish game." And she said, "Oh, but isn't Pac-Man a stupid childish game?" And they went, "Yeah, she can do it." Yeah, so that's true. Question 6. Melina Juergens played Senua in the esoteric action game Senua's Sacrifice, but before this, she was an extra in the TV show Vikings. False. She has actually never acted before in her life. She was a freelance photographer and video editor who they just used her face as like a test for it, and then they realised how awesome she was, and gave her the job. Question 7. There is a transgender character in the game Dragon Age Inquisition. This is true. In Iron Ball's Kunari troop in the tavern at Skyhold, one of...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm like, I've played this game, I know everything, and I wrote down false, and I will now let you carry on with the correct explanation.
It's extremely easy to miss because they're just standing there, and it's completely. You can just go up and talk to them, and actually no, I think you talk about it in like the mountainous beach area that Jem you were playing in the stream. Yeah, so it's a very small thing, very subtle. It is played by Jennifer Hale, who is not trans, but as far as representation goes, it's better than nothing, and hopefully it will improve over time. I've only ever found 2 trans characters in all my gaming history, so that's something we will certainly talk about when we do a gaming representation episode. Question 8, the final question. The esports game with the highest total prize money of 2020 was League of Legends. The answer is false. The answer is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which I had never heard of. The prize money was $12 million.
I hate that. So everybody who plays Rust for PvP, they'll always be in the chat. So, oh yeah, no, CS:GO. So I played this. How many hours of CS:GO have you got? How many hours of CS:GO have you got? And it's just, it's the worst type of Rust player that wants to play Counter-Strike. I'm sure it's a lovely game.
On so League of Legends made 7.8 million, but it was the most widely watched by far. In the World Championships, 3.8 million people watched, which is mind-boggling. Okay, so that's the end of the true or false round. So, Alex, how many did you get?
I got 5
5.
times 30.
Caroline.
I also got 5.
Jen.
I need to work on my poker face, don't I? 6.
Yay!
You're busy going.
I'm so excited.
Okay, scores on the doors so far. Alex has 7, Caroline has 8, and Jem has caught up with 6. Okay, the final round. This is multiple choice. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance. Okay. Question 1. At the 2020 Game Awards, Laura Bailey won the award for Best Performance for Abby in The Last of Us Part 2. But which famous actress presented the award? The hint is she plays a superhero. 1. Brie Larson, who was Captain Marvel. Gal Gadot, who was Wonder Woman. Or Tessa Thompson, who plays Valkyrie. Question 2. Zoe Quinn is a fan of artificial human enhancement. Which of the following gadgets does she not have? 1. A near-field communication chip in the back of her hand. 2. A magnetic implant on her ring finger. Or 3. An emergency medical information chip in the back of her neck. Question 3. Laura Bailey, who played Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, played a role in the Uncharted games. Which character did she play? 1. Elena Fisher. 2. Chloe Fraser. Or 3. Nadine Ross. And I have mentioned this in a previous episode.
Trying to remember.
So
I'm
that's
trying to
basically
remember.
like
I remember you talking about it.
Okay. Question 4. Of the top 50 best-selling PlayStation exclusives of all time, how many are there where the only playable characters are women? Oh, sorry. 2,
Yeah, I was going to say.
2, 3, or 4?
I forgot it was multiple choice. Well done.
Okay. Question 5. What is the best-selling console of all time? Is it the Nintendo DS, the PlayStation 2, or the Game Boy original? We'll just pretend I'm leaving a pause for effect before I read the multiple choice questions. Who is the central character of Marvel's Avengers, the 2020 game? Is it Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, or Master Marvel? Question 7. In God of War 3, which goddess does Kratos do the dirty with? Is it Aphrodite, Hera, or Artemis?
Sticking with do the dirty, are you?
Yeah. That means have sexual relations with. And question 8. At the end of each Gaming the System episode, what are the 3 magic words we must say? Is it 1, like, 2, share, 3, subscribe, or 4, all of the above? and that's the end of the quiz. Okay. The answer for question 1. At the 2020 Game Awards, Laura Bailey won the award for Best Performance for Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, but which famous actress presented the award? Hint, she plays a superhero. The answer is Brie Larson. Captain Marvel. Question 2. Zoe Quinn is a fan of artificial human enhancement. Which of the following gadgets does she not have? She does not have an emergency medical information chip in the back of her neck, which is question 3.
Does the magnet in the finger, like, that sounds really cool, so you can just pick things up with your finger?
Yeah.
I'd heard of the thing in the back of your hand before because I'd seen people going in doorways with their hands, just whoop. But I'd never heard of the other two. No.
Yeah. Okay. Question 3. Laura Bailey, who played Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, played a role in the Uncharted series. Laura Bailey is a white woman, and she played number 3, Nadine Ross, a black South African woman. Yeah. Okay, question 4. Of the top 50 best-selling PlayStation exclusives of all time, how many are there where the only playable characters are women? It is 2. It's answer 1, which is the answer is 2. So there are 2 games.
What are they?
They are Horizon Zero Dawn and The Last of Us Part 2. Oh, I just made an error.
The
You
last
play as
one,
John
part
at
one.
the start. You play a John. You play. Okay.
Oh. Well, I suppose it. No, you do play as John.
We'll have to cancel that question.
Yeah. So it's 90%.
Yeah. What is the best-selling console of all time? Nintendo DS, PlayStation 2, Game Boy Original. It is number 2, PlayStation 2.
I thought that, and then I thought DS, and
Question 6. Who's the central character of the Marvel's Avengers 2020 game? The answer is number 2, Miss Marvel. She's a young Muslim girl who wears a bikini as her costume. Really fantastic game.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. I'll slightly alter the word we give this question then. In God of War 3, which goddess does Kratos have intimate relations with?
well, I'm guessing since Hera and Artemis are both famously virgins, well, Artemis a virgin, Hera is the goddess of marriage and devoted to Zeus, it's got to be Aphrodite. If it's not, I'm going to be upset with God of War.
It is Aphrodite.
Okay.
Congratulations.
I read too many Percy Jackson novels.
So, does anyone know how how Aphrodite was conceived?
Yes.
Is it the swan thing?
Sorry.
No, go ahead. What do you think,
Is
Caroline?
it the swan thing?
Swan?
Yeah.
No.
It's,
No.
it was when, what's his name? The nasty one cut off Uranus's balls, basically. He gelded his father, and the sperm fell to the earth and came up in the schwuffle of the waves onto an island, and Aphrodite was born.
In the shrivel of the waves. That's a new word. Technical term, Matt.
A very auspicious beginning for the most beautiful woman in history. Yeah, that's completely correct. Question 8. At the end of each game in the System episode, what are the 3 magic words we must say? The answer is, of course, for all of the above.
Yeah, subscribe. See, I've learned it finally.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the quiz. So, Alex, what score did you get?
I got 4. Not
Caroline?
I got another 5.
5. And Jem?
I got 4.
4. Okay. Amuse yourselves as I work out what the scores are.
We're allowed to be competitive, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm never quite sure on, from the feminist point of view, is it that we should be competitive, or we should be trying to change the system so that nobody feels competitive? And quizzing brings out the worst competitive side of me. So.
We should not use the word should.
Ah. Excellent point.
Okay, so the final scores are: in third place we have Jen with 10 points, making up from the zero of the first round. You really caught up really quite impressively. And in second place with the silver, it is Alex with 11 points, which means the gold medal of the very first Quizzing the System is Caroline.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, everyone, thanks for playing. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. We hope you enjoyed that episode of Gaming the System. If you want to support us, you can donate to us through our PayPal by sending it to wearegamingthesystem@gmail.com. If you want to send us a one-off donation. If you want to donate to us monthly, you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/gamingthesystem. Until next time, bye-bye.